Hello traders, how's it going? How has your trading been? So we have had a nice trade on the Aussie and US dollar. The markets are moving. We can definitely see a clear shift in the market conditions. So we as trend traders need to focus on this market condition. So this is exactly what we're waiting for and preparing for. Mostly the market is range bound. As we know, markets can range 70% of the time, but 30% of the time they do something like this, which is give us a nice trend. So this is the euro and the US dollar, and what we had in the prior price action, we had a really clean descending right here. I mean, it's not really clean, but it is a descending nevertheless. And then price predictably went to the upside, because after a descending we do expect the price to push up. So price pushed up, pulled back a bit, continued, pulled back a bit, continued again, pulled back with just the one candle pullback and continued. So in this area I was not having an order on anywhere. So right here I did not have an order on because I saw a momentum shift in the prior pullback. When I see a momentum shift in the prior pullback, I tend to be more patient. This break was not enough for me at that point. Then we created a wick. I wanted to see a range. If I saw a range, I would have bought. I did not see a range, as you can see, because price just kind of created a V reversal, a small V reversal, then continued up. At this point, I was looking to buy, but I wanted to see a bomb or a flag or a nice descending to our entry area, which is the inside bar down below. So then the market did pull back with one candle and broke the high, retraced, but then continued, and I do currently have an order on at the inside bar. So right here I do have a pending long order with a 13 pip stop. So I change it up. Sometimes I use 12, sometimes I use 13. It all depends on the size of the break. In this case I use a 13 pip break. That is some details, so I won't go into that for this video. Basically I'm having a pending order above this inside bar, 1 pip above, to account for spreads, and I'm waiting to see what will happen, waiting to see if I'm tagged in. Just remember, on a Friday I'm trading until 5 p.m. London time, or maybe 4 or 5 p.m. London time. That's my cutoff time. Usually there are no trades at that time, but yeah, I am trading for a few more hours. So let's see what will happen here. I will also look to get in on a flag if we get more of a push, or I will also look to get in on a break and retest further up, maybe if it descends to our entry level, or if we get something like this and then a break and retest right here. So I'm definitely looking to buy. I like this price action. It's clean trending price action. You can see no momentum shift in the pullback, a 2 candle break. So for me this counts as a break. So for me this is a 1 candle break, then this is a 2 candle break, which on the EU most of the time I need to see a 2 candle break. So very important stuff. On the euro US dollar I usually need to see a 2 candle break, which I'm seeing right now, and I'm waiting to see what will happen. Price can also reverse, give us maybe a V reversal, then I would look for a range and I would look to sell on a nice flag, something like this. So yeah, that's about it for EU. If it goes up, I'll look to buy. If it reverses, I will look for a range and then to sell. Euro Japanese yen, I was not seeing anything. I did not have an order on at any point. We saw a nice push down and I was looking to sell, but we created triple wicks, so I wanted to see a range. We didn't get a range. Instead we broke down, created a huge wick, retraced, broke up, retraced, broke up again, retraced, broke down, and now got some momentum. But look at how this impulse ended. We got an absolutely huge wick to a downside. To be honest, at this point I'm not looking for any sort of a trade. When I see a wick that's big as this one, I'm being just more patient. On Monday I'm waiting for a large push down and then to sell, or I'm waiting for a large push up and then to buy. And the highest probability path for the price action to go is to create a larger range, to be honest, because usually after a huge wick like this we get a range. Mondays and Tuesday range bound days. When you combine the two, you get some ranging price action. Now here is the Aussie and US dollar. I am in 2 trades, so I will go over them right now. Let's run through this. Let's do the replay tool. So right here, what I was seeing a really clean descending structure. And I know that the Aussie and US dollar is very high probability after an ascending or a descending to start a trend in the opposite direction. So we had a really clean descending, just breaking the lows, retracing, leaving wicks, and then we broke to the upside. Large momentum, 1 candle pullback. It was blue, signaling that there are absolutely no sellers in the market. We continue, we get a clean close and a large break. At this point, I still did not have an order on, because on the Aussie US dollar, I want to avoid an aggressive retrace. So if price was to just tag me in, then it's what is stopping it just shooting through my stop loss. So I waited for a 1 candle pullback, and then this was just a really clean 1 candle pullback, and it showed me that we will not just get a quick break and a retrace. Instead, it paused here at the top, so I placed my pending order 1 pip above the inside bar with a 13 pip stop loss, and then I waited. So I know that 2 candle pullbacks are very high probability when the Aussie and US dollar is trending. Candle tagged me in, price started going up, and I was able to secure some very nice profits. So moved my stop loss when the price was moving, and then right here I did place a scale in order. So price was clearly trending. I was in a long from this point, and I was definitely really happy to buy some more, because again I was seeing a trend, I was seeing a push, again just a 1 candle pullback, and it's blue. So, and a good break with almost a clean close, so almost no wick. It can't get any better than this, and it's Thursday. So this is like the best textbook setups you will ever see on the Aussie US dollar. I mean, you just cannot get anything better. And then, yeah, I was kind of late, to be honest, with this one. I just woke up and I was a bit sleepy. So I was 20 minutes late to placing my order, and instead of it being above this inside bar, I actually got in with a market order, I believe somewhere around here. So price was already going down, and yeah, I saw that there was a great opportunity, which I kind of missed at the top of the hour, because yeah, I was just sleepy. So I placed a market order and got in a bit lower, and that's why I was not stopped out. So if I was on the line, I would have been stopped out with a 13 pip stop. I talked to some other traders who had their order on the line, and they were unfortunately stopped out. I'm still in this, but we got now a warning sign because the price just broke and retraced. So to be honest, my stops are now, because we broke the high right here, are my stops. And to be honest, I just think this will take us out, because it's coming very close to our stops, and it broke and retraced at the top. Usually when we see a break and retrace at the top, we expect a reversal. So let's see what will happen. If this continues trending to the upside, I will look to get in maybe on a flag or a break and retest. To be honest, I don't see any entry forming in the next few hours. I just think this will range, because we broke the high, retraced, and are now breaking the low. So I believe we will just get a range for today. Or if potentially this shoots to the downside, I will look to sell, of course. That is also a really good setup on the Aussie and the US dollar. As we said, when we get a descending and then we reverse, price is high probability to trend up. When we get an ascending and reverse, price is high probability to trend down. I believe I have now been taken out. So I'm out for, I believe, I'm 2 pips below this candle. So 7.5% profit, which is really good. Aussie, Japanese yen. This one, so I'm not seeing anything. I saw no potential entry. Right here, I was not looking to sell because I saw a large wick and an aggressive retrace in the first candle, and the price action was kind of crappy, so just was not looking for anything. We then broke the low retrace, broke the high retrace, broke the high retrace again, got a nice push, but the price action was just not showing me absolutely anything. So this candle alone is not enough for me to look for a buy. Then we broke the low, created an absolutely huge wick, same as on the euro and the Japanese yen. So I'm definitely being more patient right now. I'm expecting a larger range like this. And on Monday, I will be looking to buy or sell to the downside, to the upside. I will be looking for the price to break out of the structure, to break the low or the high. Just be careful if the price starts ranging, liquidity areas build up below and above. So when we break into these areas, we need to see some large momentum and conviction. The pound and the US dollar, I did have an order on right here. I was really liking this price action. Price action was not showing me anything, but this one, large move, small pullback. For me, no momentum shift in the pullback. We continue, clean close, good break, no engulfing retrace. This would have been my entry area. So this is just textbook. This is exactly what I want to see on the pound. This is a high probability setup, but unfortunately it did not tag me in. Instead, it created a wick. You know what we want to see after a wick. I want to see a range. So I was not looking to enter here because we did not get a range. Then price continued up and broke the high and retraced. So warning sign, we are now ascending because of this break and retrace, and I'm expecting the price to reverse. Just remember, I'm not trading reversals on the pound. I don't think we will get the setup today. On Monday, I'm looking for a large push down, a break and retest, or a large push up and then a break and retest. Looks like this is slowing down, so maybe a reversal will happen. NJ, final one, New Zealand and the Japanese yen. So for this pair, I was not in any sort of a trade. I was not looking for any setup and I did not have an order on. We had a push down, created a huge wick, retraced. I wanted to see a range, which we did not get. Instead, we broke the low, retraced, huge wick, broke the high retrace, broke the high retrace, broke the high retrace, shot to a downside, created an absolutely huge wick. So same situation as on EJ and AJ. This wick, when I see this big of a wick, I'm expecting a larger range, something like this. And yeah, I'm just being a lot more patient. On Monday, I need to see a large push down and then a flag or a break and retest. Oops. Or I need to see a large push up, potentially a V reversal, range, push up. By the way, this counts for EJ and AJ too. I forgot to forecast. So if we get a V, a range, push up, I will look to buy. Or if we get a large push up straight from here, I will look to buy. We know if the second V leg is much bigger than the first one, usually price continues to the upside. That is it for the forecast. So a really good trade on the Aussie US dollar. Analyze it, backtest it. It's a high probability setup. And yeah, that's it for the forecast. See you guys in the next week. Happy trading and yeah, have a good weekend.